Recording. Yes, I am. Okay. So a little bit about the difference between the traditional marketing model and the network marketing model for those who may be hopping on and considering the opportunity to use Young Living as a source of income. And I'm going to talk a little bit about consistency in the business and how that can really pay off to your advantage. I'm going to cover the difference between ER versus enrollments and the big difference that no one talks about. And I'm going to give you a couple like real life scenarios of how ER can affect your business in a positive way over and above just spending time getting people to sign up. I'm going to talk a little bit about numbers and statistics. I am not a green personality, so I'm not overly fond of spreadsheets, but I am a red, and reds don't like to spend their time doing anything that isn't going to produce certain results. And so for those reasons, I really do enjoy having some basic numbers. So I'm going to talk about some of the things you're going to want to look for when you're analyzing your business for growth, how to use them, how to understand them. And particularly, I want to kind of dive into the importance of making silver rank and what that means for you monetarily, and yeah, because that's kind of the big thing is what does that mean for you in your pocket? There's a big jump between executive and silver income, and I'm going to explain kind of how that works and why. And then I'm going to talk about, oh, Amy says she can't get in. Okay, let me hold on one second.
I can help her if you want.
Okay, thanks, sis. Yeah, I don't know. I resent her that link, but maybe try again. So she might have to completely be logged out of the other one, and it's going to make her open probably another browser window. So, okay. And then talk a little bit about getting started, like prospecting without sounding salesy, and some rank up truths and myths that I kind of want to put out there. I want to dispel some of the myths that we have about ranking up and what that means. So to start, comparing networking to a traditional business model. So when you sign up for Young Living with a premium starter kit, actually any kit, the basic kit as well. For those who don't know, we actually have a basic kit for $45. When I became a member, no one talked about it. It was something that you just didn't offer because it doesn't come with a whole lot. But since then, I've learned that basic kits can be a really big powerhouse for your business, especially for those who may not have the ability to invest $160. You can help get them started for $45 and kind of get the things that they want right away to get started and get excited about. So I'm sure that you have, as you get going, will experience this. People will buy that $160 kit, and then they might not want to use half of it, but they feel obligated to buy that kit, and then they don't get motivated, or they don't know how to use half of it, and they just let it sit, and their interest kind of fizzles out. So sometimes working with someone to have a more customized approach with that $45 kit can give them the items that they're really motivated about using, and you have a chance to actually get them excited and ordering more in the future. So just something to think about. So Young Living lets you start for $45 to $160. Traditional business, like if you were to open up a coffee stand or coffee house or something like that, your minimum investment is going to be about $50,000. That means you're going to have to probably mortgage your house or get some kind of crazy business loan. And a lot of people don't have that opportunity. So this allows a lot more people the opportunity to get started for a lot less. Problem is that when you get started for $160, it's easy to not really take it seriously and kind of treat it as a hobby. So what I want to try to do tonight is help you treat this more than a hobby and actually more like a business. But when you're investing that $160, it's the same as if you invested $50,000 of your good hard-earned money. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Tammy. Who do I have? Jill. Looking through here. Cool. Thanks for being here tonight. Okay, so I got this question at a class that I taught a couple weeks ago. I was signing up a gal, and I told her that she was kind of looking like, why do I have to put my social security number down? Does that mean I'm all, obligated to sell? And I assured her that no, you don't have to. The cool thing about Young Living is that if you give your social security number right away and you get your kit, you have the opportunity to write it off as a tax write-off. So even if you're not interested in building a huge business, if you sign up one person in that first year, you can write off your entire purchase of your starter kit and some of your ER purchases as well. So there's a tax advantage, and Young Living gives that to you right up front. Am I forgetting anything?
No, we just have the example with Amy's dad that talked about that.
Yeah, Amy Colgan's dad is a CPA, and he was telling us when we were in California that he helped a gal get $5,000 back on her tax return just for ordering a starter kit and signing up one person all year. So there's some really great tax advantages to people. Are you having trouble getting Amy in, Elle?
No, she's in.
Oh, she is? Okay, cool. I don't see her yet. Oh, there you are. Cool. Okay. So like with any business, consistency is key. So if you had this, you decided to invest $50,000 to start your own coffee stand, which is something I did in the past. And Bart and I actually owned a coffee roasting company when we remute everyone. Yeah, I can. Okay. So we owned a coffee roasting company for 10 years. We invested a lot of money and walked away with $0. Unfortunately, after 10 years, we learned a ton. So network marketing, when I first heard about how little I could invest and how much money I can make, I was stoked after spending 10 years making nothing for my effort, really, other than good hard-earned experience. But imagine you have this business and you're only open every other Monday sometimes, only from 9 to 3, but on Saturdays you're open from like 7 to noon or until you feel like you just want to go home. And you just have a very inconsistent open time. The chances of people continuing to pry and find out when you're going to be open next is very slim. They're going to get irritated, frustrated, and they're just going to find somewhere that's open. That's why people love Starbucks and McDonald's, is because they know what they're going to get and they know that they're always open. So consider that when you are investing your time in your Young Living business. And I'm not saying that you have to be working at 9 to 3 every single day. We all have lives and other jobs. But if you're going to invest an hour each week, invest that hour each week. If you're going to invest 5, invest 5, but stay consistent in your effort, because people are going to look to you and look to the energy that you're putting into it. And whatever you put in is what other people are going to put in. So if you're looking to attract other leaders who are going to be motivated and build with the same energy and motivation that you are, you have to put it in first. So any thoughts on that, Elle, you want to share?
No, I mean, I would say that I'm guilty of that myself and noticed a big difference. There's a difference between kind of taking a break and taking a breather and letting things marinate rather than kind of just being all over the place and people aren't really sure. I myself, my team will say, where are you? What are you doing? And there's a big benefit to being consistent. And I've noticed that a bunch. It's not that it's much more work. It's just knowing when you're going to be there and being available and being able to give resources. So
yeah, absolutely. The IPA calendar that I post in the Tribe Council group is great because it gives you like a task, a 20-minute task. We also have the OWN Business Boot Camp. If you haven't logged in, it gives you an activity each day. And it just kind of helps you get in the mode of like just investing 20 minutes each day into your business. It doesn't have to be a ton of time if you're using your time wisely. I will say the first 2 years of my business, I spent a lot of time doing things that were not income producing activities. I was beating old dead horses that weren't ever going to do anything, and investing my time and energy into things that were not producing income or building relationships within my own team. So just want to be careful about, choosing to spend your time on things that are really going to produce what you're looking for, whether it be stronger relationships within your team or more money in your pocket at the end of the month. So sometimes you won't always experience immediate return on your investment, but you should see it within a very short amount of time. Okay, look at my notes here. Okay, so then let's talk about ER versus enrollments. So we have some people on our team that are amazing at enrolling massive amounts of people. They have a very large warm market, but they're really good about getting out there and talking to people. And that's amazing. Just wanting to spend equal time helping those people when they do sign up, learn about the lifestyle choice, and that's Essential Rewards. So you actually will have a much larger business if you put a little bit more energy into Essential Rewards than getting massive amounts of signups. So when you sign up one person, working with them on a one-on-one approach until they have a leader between you and them to teach them how to transfer by and about the Young Living lifestyle. It is more than the one kit wonder. We, for a couple months in a row over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, have been adding as many people to our organization as a total as we have been losing every single month due to attrition. The average attrition rate is about 10%. That's good. Anything less than that is stellar. So imagine you have 800 people on your team. You might lose 80 people in a month. So imagine how many you need to enroll and be on Essential Rewards to overcome that number. Fortunately, our
not necessarily personally.
Personally, no, across your whole team.
Too much.
Personally, our attrition rate is pretty low. I think it's lower than 5%, which is amazing for our team. That means we're doing a really good job educating people, talking to them about oils, and keeping them, in our frame of mind, when we're thinking about them, not just kind of leaving them out hanging. But that could be better. So there was a few months that enrollment numbers were kind of down just across the board through Young Living, and we were losing as many members as we were gaining, and that's really frustrating. In the beginning, you won't see that first year because all those people are added within your first year and they haven't even come close to their inactive dates. But as you get 2, 3, 4 years in, that attrition really kicks you in the teeth every month sometimes if you're not actively getting these people understanding the lifestyle benefits of Essential Rewards. So, yeah. So I picked 2 random people that are not actually on this call. I'm not going to tell you their names. But I picked 2 people in my business. One's a senior star and one is an executive. And I went through their business and I figured out if they put a little bit more energy into Essential Rewards on their team, they could rank up extremely fast. So I'm going to just read you a couple numbers and give you an idea. So the senior star that I picked has 48 members on their team. I would say the average amount of members it takes to maintain senior star is, you could do it off of 2 members. You could do it off your own order because you don't have to have legs at that point. You just have to spend $2,000 or have a total volume of $2,000 in your organization. So you could have it from 1 member all the way up. My mom, for example, is a senior star because she's got my sister who is the mermaid tail of her, or the thunder thigh of her business. My mom has 400 members and she's a senior star. You can have 2 members and be a senior star just because she doesn't have that other leg to rank up to executive and above. So anyway, this senior star has 48 members. 18 of those members are on Essential Rewards, so it gives her ER percentage of about 39% of her business.
Which is good. Which is
really good. Anything over 35 is considered you're moving forward. You are not stagnant and you are adding OGV to your business each month. So that's a number you want to look at. A great way to look at this is the Oily Tools app. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. I can gift you 1 month if you haven't tried it yet, but it gives you all these really cool statistics. And one of the big ones is that ER percentage. What percentage of your team is actively enrolled in ER? Should be 35% or better. So, but what the problem was, and I guess problem, but caveat to having a high ER percentage is this senior star, the average ER order is only 90 PV. So of all the 18 people that are ordering, they're not even meeting that first tier of promo items to get that free oil. So they're 10 PV off, and that's just, it's such a small number to close that gap to 100. But imagine that senior star didn't spend a ton of time enrolling new people and just concentrated 1 month on really explaining the transfer buying benefits to their team and took those 18 people and helped them see the benefit of ordering 190 PV on ER. They would have 3,420 PV or OGV in their business. If they took the remaining of their team and helped 4 new people that are currently enrolled in their team also see the benefits of ER, they would have 4,180 OGV and they would make executive. They could very easily do that, focus on that group of people that's already enrolled and add 4 within 2 months. They could be executive very, very simply. And if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask me.
Does everybody know what transfer buying is?
Everyone understands what transfer
Right,
buying is.
And then Hannah, if you could also just kind of give the benefits of what executive gives you as well. So you're getting to that level, what's the benefit of executive? And then so that those of us who are on there kind of newer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So executive is considered the 3rd foundational level rank. You need to have 4,000 OGV total volume in your business. That includes your orders and everyone in your group. You have to spend 100 PV, no matter what rank you are, from Star to Royal Crown Diamond. The company requires that you invest 100 PV into your business. You need to have a little skin in the game, and you need to be a product of the product. And so that's why they put that there. It doesn't have to be crazy high, but 100. I always encourage people that are actively building, try to shoot for those other promo levels, because those free products are really going to help you build your business. Promo items, samples, more products to try, be able to talk about and teach on. So it's really a value to really stretch and get those other PV promo levels. But in executive, you need to start building legs. You need to have 2 legs, meaning 2 people that you signed up that start to sign up other people. And those need to be each at 1,000. The cool thing with executive is you make 5 levels of pay. So that means you signed up your friend, they sign up a friend, they sign up a friend, they sign up a friend, going down 5 levels. You make commission on all 5 levels. So as a star, you only make 3 levels of pay. As a senior star, 4 levels of pay. Executive 5. So the more you rank up, the more money opportunities you have to make, especially as an executive, because you start to really get some of those layers there in your business of people. So you want to be able to maximize on that.
Are they seeing it?
This is all on that document that I told you guys to look at, the compensation plan, clearly stated. So I'll go through that a little bit more too as we're going along. So I picked another member. This is an executive member, and she's shooting for silver. She currently has 74 members. I would say the average member count. I went executive with 22 members. I don't advise that. I didn't have enough people on my team to maintain executive for a really long time. So the more members you have, the easier it is to maintain. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes people want to rank up super fast, and that's great, but you want to be able to rank up and maintain it. That's something I didn't do. I was all about, when I first started, all about just making the rank. I didn't consider dropping back down, how much that would devastate me emotionally and be really challenging to overcome. So when you want to hit strong. So sometimes in my case, my sister placed like a $1,200 order and pushed me over into executive before I was ready. Thanks, sis. That's okay, but I couldn't maintain it, so I fell out of my silver and 6 run. And at the time, I was really focused on those free products, and that honestly wasn't why I was building a business. I was building it to be Royal Crown Diamond. So it's great to be able to qualify for those, but keep the bigger picture in mind. If for something happens and you get pushed into a rank and you're just not quite ready yet, you'll get there. So this executive person has 74 members. 31 of their members are on ER, which is an ER percentage of almost 44%, which is stellar. I mean, almost half of their people are on Essential Rewards. The average ER order for this team member is 158 PV, which is awesome. I think anything over 100 or 150 is really, really good. But say this person focused on taking those 31 people who are averaging a $158 order, and she helped them add one more thing to their order to get to that 190 PV promo tier. Her OGV would be 5,890 OGV. If she spent the next couple months adding 50 enrollments to her team, and on that same ER average percentage of 44%, got 22 of those 50 people to learn how to transfer buy in the lifestyle, she would have more than 10,000 OGV to hit silver. That's possible to do that within a matter of months. This is someone who's been working on and maintaining executive for a really long time. And if she could see those numbers, maybe that's enough to push her to that next level. So if you are kind of on the precipice of, here I am and I want to get here, let's crunch the numbers and figure out what it would really take. And this is considering that she doesn't add one new member to her team for the Senior Star one. For the executive, that's adding 50. That's quite a lot. That's doubling her team almost. But that could be adding 10 people over 5 months. That could be adding 20 people over a couple months. Just depends on how much you want to push it. But the jump from executive to silver, just to give you an idea of paycheck wise, I have this little, I don't know if you can see this. I'll read it to you because it's small. This is off of Whaley Tools, looking at rank differences. That's one of the cool things about the app, is that you can flip between different ranks to see how much your pay would increase or decrease. And if this person managed to stay at executive, pay would be about $810 a month, which is not bad income for, side income. But if she even did not add one speck of OGV to her team, maintain from month to month, but hit silver the next month, she could make $1,400. So that's quite a big jump in pay, $800 to $1,400, just for making silver with the same OGV level. Does that make sense so far?
I want to know if that Senior Star is on my team, because we need to talk.
No, she's not. I purposely went and found people that wouldn't be on this recording tonight. And I won't tell you who they are, but just to be like, and this is what I do at 3 a.m. This is kind of sick, but at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep, I go through my downline and I go, okay, if this person just did this, 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 and this, they could be this, because I see so much potential. It's either that or Pinterest. It's one of the two. So, so just the point of it is this: really, really, really focus on Essential Rewards. You also have to be enrolling people that never quits, that never goes away. You need fresh new blood in your team, and some people just will say no to Essential Rewards, and that's okay. But focus on that. So ways that you can do that is continue to post educational, compliant posts, stories on your own personal page. Don't make them salesy, but just show like lifestyle, like, hey, my kid did this today, and we use this oil and how that affected you.
Can I interject in there? Facebook is changing its algorithms regularly. One of the big things, I've posted about this in the business groups, and I'm not sure if I posted in the big tribe, but they change their algorithms all the time. And so one of the things that they are cutting down on big time right now is anything that remotely sounds like you're selling something. Mm-hmm. So if you are coming in and you're basically like, join me, or, PM me for more information or things like that, no one's going to see your post. Mm-hmm. So as you're posting stuff on social media, not only should you try to be authentic in your conversational tone. You have to. Otherwise, even people that normally see your typical day-to-day posts, they're not going to see it. So it has to be like you post normally.
Mhm.
It's a picture. It's something you're passionate about, and it's not meant to sell.
Yeah.
It has to be like that.
You don't even have to necessarily use a product picture in your post. You can just, you could, for example, I saw one the other day, it was like showing their kid having a tantrum on the floor, and the mom posted about how she used Peace and Calming for her child, and the tantrum was over, but she never posted an actual picture of Peace and Calming. She just showed the kid like having the full-on meltdown, which of course got everybody's interest because they're like, what is this kid doing in this photo? And people read through that when they're intrigued by the photo. So a lot of you, I've seen you on social media, and you're fantastic about doing this. So just for those that are new and coming in, I want to emphasize the importance of doing non-salesy posts, avoiding lingo like, message me for more info or something like that. Treat it like you would just have a conversation with a friend that you're recommending, your favorite crock pot recipe to, or the favorite movie that you just saw in the theater. Talk like that when you're explaining how much you're enjoying your products. Participating in the group too. That's one of the reasons why I did that unboxing ER part of our abundance promo last in May, because other team members need to see that their team is what they're buying. Even though they might not be on your personal team, they're cross-line to you, and that team camaraderie, that tribe vibe really does help. So, and your team is in there too, and you're going to look to some leaders, for example, Amy Garcia, you might have a certain personality that really just attracts certain people in the tribe to you. They might not be on your team. Cassandra, you attract a different type of person. So we all bring these different attributes and personalities and everything. Not everyone wants to hear from me 100% all the time. So bring that meat to the group. You're going to serve your group and the whole vibe together. If we have good energy in the group, it's going to help everyone. So, and then having classes, having this there, I want to start encouraging guys to do like a Q&A type of a class. Not everyone's going to want to be the weirdo like me who loves to stand up in front of 50 people and show them the science of why essential oils work.
Do you really love that?
I really love that. But not everybody loves that. Some people are flat out petrified, will yell fire and run out of the room when given the opportunity to explain something in front of people that they know. And that's okay. So you can just set out some oils, set out some food that's oily infused. Everything's tax write-off when you do that, right? And invite your friends over for a party or just to meet up after work or after they pick their kids up from school or whatever. And just to have your materials out, they can smell through stuff, try stuff on, ask questions, and you can kind of direct them that way. It's a much more kind of a hands-off or not so much of a teaching approach. So
it's not intimidating. I was sharing about this in another group today. There was a guy in our men's group that is freaking out about doing a class, and he's got it all built up in his mind that he has to stand up in front of a crowd of people and face his fears and sound like a scientist. He's convinced that that's what he has to do. And a bunch of us were telling him, look, man, you're a social person. You have lots of friends. You have normal social events at your home. So just use your products, put them out. And then if somebody, make a point of saying, hey, this is what I do for a living, or this is what I intend to do for a living, and I use these products in here. If you're interested in those at all, just, pull me aside and talk to me. It's not intimidating for your guests. It's not, you don't feel all this pressure like you've got to stand up there now and sound like EO, essential oil aficionado. It's just a disarming technique, and it needs to be used more often. And it also helps you, use your products in new and inventive ways. And it just is something that we're really trying to encourage everybody to do.
If you buy, a tube of toothpaste, or no, I guess it's probably not a good example.
Everybody brush your teeth at our party.
Okay, no, not that one. Everyone tries on.
Bring your own toothbrush.
BYOT.
BYOT.
Um,
That's weird.
say like you have the new Orange Blossom face wash out. You bought it for yourself because you want to try it and use it and love it, but you put it out at a Q&A party and people try it on. It is now considered a product sample of your business, and now you can write off that purchase.
I'm thinking like cocktails, lime popcorn, lime guacamole. Like there's easy things to use your products in
Yeah.
that are not confrontational. They're just, part of your party.
Yeah. So anyway, so that sounds like more your speed. Go that route. What other things can you do to boost your ER percentage? Reaching out personally. If you're more of a one-on-one person, talk to your friends that signed up. They signed up because they want to be with you. So reach out to them personally and ask them, if you could fix 3 things about your health in the next 6 months, what would those 3 things be? And then say, okay, I'm going to take those things and I'm going to go back to my reference books and talk to some leadership because we have this really great support system. And I'm going to give you a fine-tuned approach to your health goals. And you come back a few days later. You don't have to answer them right on the spot. And you can say, this is what I looked up for you, found for you. This is what it would cost. You can ask them what their budget is. The average person spends $150 a month on household products and things like that. So they're already spending the money. So you can just help them figure out and say, if you get on ER for the next 3 months and you start to work on these 3 health goals, I'll credit you back your shipping for 3 months. It's $20. And sometimes it's just that really helps people kind of push them over the edge in that personalized approach. So don't be afraid to reach out one-on-one. Also, if these people are not on your front level, your front line, they're like 3 levels down, I'm going to encourage you as leaders to allow your upline leaders to reach down for you. Sometimes you might not be able to reach a person, but somebody in your upline can, for whatever reason, they mesh well or something. So it's really critical, and I can't stress this enough because I made this mistake early on, is I thought I'm going to manage my team and I don't need upline to manage my team because I'm a red, I'll just handle it. But there are advantages to upline, crossline, downline, reaching in between, and encouraging members. So try not to be that blockade between that. It really is in your best interest to utilize those other relationships to your advantage. That's why they're there. Okay. So we talked about ER percentage. So the average ER percentage you want to have for your team is at least 35% and above. So look at what that is. If you don't have Oily Tools, get it. It's like $7 a month. It's a tax write-off and totally worth it. I can give you 1 month free if you've never tried it before. You want your average ER order PV. So the average of what people are spending to at least be 100 or above, so that they're maximizing and at least getting that first tier of promos. And then you also want to kind of look at your team that's actively enrolling. So in the beginning, it's going to be mainly you, but as you grow, you want to see that other people in your team are duplicating what you've been doing by enrolling their own people. So you want that percentage to be at least 2% or above. So if you go to Oily Tools, I can show you here. So here's my Oily Tools. I don't know, oh, you probably can't see that. But in this bottom corner, bottom right corner, there's a little, bottom left corner, there's a little like arrow up. If you click that, kind of looks like a graph. This is going to give you the statistics of your business. It's really cool. There's lots of good figures in here, but check that out. There's where you can find all those numbers. Okay, so let's talk a little bit real quick about silver. Why it's important to go silver. Super excited about this. I'm going to try to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm looking at. For those who are listening on audio only, you might not be able to see this, but I will post the graphics that I'm talking about when we're all done. Does anybody have any questions so far on all the stuff I just rattled off? If so, unmute yourself and let me know. You should see this compensation plan pop up. When you see that, give me a thumbs up. Okay, Elle can see it. Okay, Cassandra can see it. Okay, cool. This is our lovely compensation plan that more people need to look at. If you understand how you make your money, you will make more of it. I promise. So I'm going to explain to you a couple things about going silver. So the first page of the compensation plan describes your foundation: star, senior star, executive. If you have questions on this, I can definitely answer those, but I'm going to skip ahead to silver because I want you to set your sights on just something a little bit bigger. These first 3 ranks are great, and I don't want to downplay the importance of making them and the effort that goes into them. However, I want to push you to see to silver because this is really where things get exciting. So here's silver, gold, and platinum. It should be a green page. And if you have this in front of you because you're on a phone, take a look at it too. You can pull it up by going to the link I posted in that post about the business meeting. Okay, so for silver, you need to spend 100 PV, preferably on Essential Rewards, so you're getting your points back. You need a total OGV, or organizational group volume. That means your order and everyone in your downline of 10,000. You need to have 1,000 PGV. This is your personal group volume. That means every bit of volume that are outside the 2 qualifying legs that you need. So say you have 3 legs and you need to have 2 of them at 4,000 for silver. Maybe that 3rd leg you're working on for gold, but it's only at 1,000 PV or 2,000 or whatever. That is considered part of your PGV. Your own order is considered part of your PGV. So, because you're your own generation and you're not one of your legs, right? So a lot of business builders, especially as they start ranking up to platinum and diamond and above, they will just purchase 1,000 PV every month, and that counts as their PGV. So they never have to worry about that. Some people don't want to invest that much money every month. So you'll need to make sure that you have other people outside of your qualifying legs ordering to add up to that. Does that make sense so far? Yes? I'm scrolling through to see faces shaking up and down. Okay.
Please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate to stop her if it's not.
Yeah.
We want people to understand this.
Okay. Yeah. You might have to listen to this a couple times. I didn't understand Fast Start bonus until I was an executive. So if you're still stuck on Fast Start bonus, let me know because I can go over that real quick. There's a lot of this I didn't understand. Didn't even understand silver and all of the money that I made until I went silver. So don't feel like you have to have this all memorized. But anyway, so you are paid 2 ways when you hit silver, over and above Fast Start bonus for signing up new people. You get paid unilevel commission. So this is the 8% on your first level, 5% on your second level, 4, 4, and 4, right? At silver, you make all 5 levels of pay for unilevel commissions. You also get what's called this generation commission percentage. So I like to think of silvers and above like pregnancies. So say
There's no coincidence there.
I'm pregnant right now, so this makes sense to my brain. Okay, you're pregnant until you hit silver, and when you hit silver, you birth a baby. That baby that you birth is your silver business. It's considered your own personal generation. All right. So I have 2 kids, Sam and Moses are my personal generation. I'm my own personal generation when I hit silver. Every time I make a new silver underneath me and I birth a new baby, that's another generation. So kind of think of it like family lineage, if that makes sense. So when I go silver, not only do I make my unilevel commissions, but I also make 2.5% of my personal generation. So that's that's my own order. So I now get paid for purchasing my own products, plus anyone that's not in my qualifying legs, okay? So that's a nice little chunk of money. And then for each silver I generate underneath me, the second level, I make 3% of their whole organization. So that's where that big jump from executive to silver pay comes from, when you start generating silvers beneath you. So this whole commission structure that Young Living has is set up to reward you for making silvers. It behooves you to help people rank up. You actually get paid more if somebody underneath you goes silver than if you make silver. So just keep that in mind. For example, the Stotts, you're on this call. I only get paid as a silver, these 5 levels of unilevel commission. The Stotts, you guys are on my 5th level. So I make 4% of anything you personally buy. So if you're buying the 300 PV level promote every month, I make $12 on your entire organization, because I don't get paid on levels 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 below you. Once you hit silver, I'll actually start getting paid on your organization. So just, that's how important it is to see your leaders make rank.
And the point of explaining that is, I think a lot of people get caught up with this business model as, especially skeptics, people that are on the outside looking in, they get caught up thinking that this business model is you ride people to the top.
Whether you're making money off of them, and the truth is that you don't really make money until they make money.
Exactly. This business, I was in another group where somebody explained this, and it just resonated with me because it spoke to me in terminology that worked for a guy. He used the example of it, basically you help people on your team backfill along behind themselves, and as they grow, as their mountain, their business grows, then and their income increases, then your income increases. I think that gets forgotten a lot, especially like,
or just not known.
Or not known. We just went to convention, and you're running around convention with a bunch of Royal Crown diamonds, and you have these lanyards on, so you see everybody, and the tendency is to, I can't wait to be like that person. Well, the focus always has to be backwards. It has to be on the people in your team. You're helping other people solve their financial problems or reach for their financial dreams. And that is the most rewarding part of this business. It's also the lesson that you have to learn, or you won't have a business.
Yeah. So for my example about the Stotts, and I'm not picking on them or whatever, they happen to be on this call just so that you understand, right now I make an average of $12 on their whole entire team. As soon as they hit silver, I'm going to make about 500-ish if they just met the 10,000 OGV minimum. So it really behooves, you really don't start making big money until you start generating silver for yourself and silver for your team. So that's what I kind of want to emphasize. You make, also in addition to generational commission percentages, you also make this really cool thing called the generational leadership bonus. And that's what this little kind of like cornucopia looking circle thing looks like on the second page that I'm showing. As a silver, you make 1 share for yourself. You make 1 share for every silver that you have below you. The average share right now is like $140 to $150. So when you hit silver, you automatically make an extra $150, plus any silver below you, you're gonna make $150 on them as well. When you go gold, you get 2 shares, so it's an extra $300 for yourself, so on and so forth. And so I'm gonna show you kind of what that looks like. I made this graphic. If you can see the little guys, like little heads, let me know. Yep, okay. So this is you as a silver, okay? You make $150, your personal generation share, and you help 2 people in your organization on your level 1 go silver. You're gonna make an extra $300. This is over and above what you make for unilevel commissions and generation commissions. This is just the shares, okay? So you find 2 people to go silver, help 2 people, and you get an extra $300. You help those 2 people, help 2 people go silver, you make an extra $600. So it's an added $1,000 to your paycheck in 1 month, okay, for helping people go silver. So let's ramp it up and let's look at gold. Oh, that's smaller than the rest of them, but, oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, so say this is you as a gold, right? Sorry, it still says, oh, shoot, sorry, there we go.
There you go. No move.
Don't
breathe.
move, don't move. Okay, so you, as a gold, you have your 3 silvers, your 3 leaders that you're building legs underneath. You're gonna make 2 shares for yourself, so that's $300. And you're gonna make 1 share per person on that level 1, so that's an extra $450. You're gonna help those 3 people, find 3 people and help them go silver, that's $1,350. You're gonna help those 9 people, help 3 people make silver, and that's $3,600. So that's an added $5,700 in your paycheck every month for helping people go silver. This is, again, over and above your unilevel commissions and over and above your personal generation and your leadership commission structure, okay?
And you've brought all those people to a silver paycheck.
And yes, you have helped all these people make at least $1,500 a month. So they're gonna be motivated to keep going. So let's look at platinum. Platinum, you need 4 legs at 8,000. So you find 4 people to go silver. You make $450 for yourself because now you get 3 shares for yourself. You get 4 people at silver, you're gonna make $600. Second level, you're gonna have those people find 4 people, that's 16, it's $2,400. So on and so forth, down to 256 people, that's 38,000. So that's an extra $51,450 in 1 month, just in silver bonus shares, okay? So let's multiply this out as a Royal Crown Diamond. You need
Think big.
Think big, yeah. You need 6 legs. So you find 6 people to rank up to silver. Not only do you make $900 for yourself, you're gonna make $900 for them. And you're gonna see this extrapolate out to if you had helped 6 people find 6 people who found 6 people who found 6 people who found 6 people, and so on and so forth. You get 8 levels total. You would add $50,389,200 in 1 month. That would be just your shares that you would get paid over and above your regular commission structure. So this is the potential, I guess my point in showing this is the potential you have by generating silvers below you. You would get paid on all of these people. Isn't that cool? So exciting. I like to see big numbers, they excite me. So, but even just as a silver, getting that extra $1,000 in your paycheck over and above probably the $2,500 or $3,000 that you would make on your regular commission structure, it's pretty good pay. Most people making $4,000 a month are going to be able to quit their job. I'd say the average person. For sure, most people, unless they're like a doctor or something, are going to be able to walk away from their 9 to 5 at gold.
Yeah. And this is a concept, you know, we have a lot of friends cross-line, a lot of people we talk to in this business. Most people don't really understand or focus on this generational bonus thing. They are, you know, like all of us, they get caught up looking at their commission. And this, Hannah and I really like this because it basically directly shows what building successful leaders in your team does to your entire team.
Yeah.
It's focusing entirely on helping people reach their goals, helping members of your team do amazing things.
Yeah. So the cool thing just looking at this is these 279,936 people that you have silver and above at Royal Crown Diamond, they are all managing their own teams. How exciting is that? You aren't going to have to manage all of these people. They are going to be taking care of themselves with their leadership between you and them. So at first it's going to seem like you're doing all the work, but it's very good if you are focused on helping people go silver and helping them lead their teams. You are going to see big money, and you're also going to have a life, which I think is really important. So I just kind of wanted to motivate you, one, to hit silver because you're going to make a whole lot more money. Especially if you're on that precipice of like executive to silver, it's like, man, push it, because you're going to see that paycheck increase. Or if you're just kind of sitting at executive with kind of like, I'm not really sure, you know, if this is possible or if it's worth the push or whatever, it's worth it. It's even more worth it when you get to gold, because it really starts to compound very quickly.
And identifying people in your team that are in that same boat. People that you guys in this group are business leaders. You are gaining skills, developing an education that allows you to go down and help other people know what to do in their business. You all have somebody in your team that wants to do this, but they don't necessarily understand how and what they should be focused on. So this type of thing is a classic example of identifying how people in your team are going to, what are those early goals they should be focused on. And silver, for some of you, that may seem like it's so far off, and others you're like, it's right there. I'm looking at a couple faces right now that are going to be silver next month. I don't have any doubt in my mind. And that's exciting, because it's just really, it's really fun to see people, kind of start to, the light to go off, and for them to see like, I can do this. This is totally within my wheelhouse, something that I can do and be good at and be proud of.
Yeah. It's really easy to quit at executive. I did. I almost did. I really did. I went to executive. For those who don't know, I maintained it for a couple months and then just got really burnt out. And I didn't see the vision of silver and above. I just didn't, I put a cap on my income or my ability to get there. And we fell all the way back down to senior star. And 1 month I didn't even place my ER order and didn't get a commission check. And this is 2.5 years into my journey, because I was just spending a lot of time not doing things that were income producing, and just really frustrated because I didn't understand the compensation plan. So there's tons of videos out there. If you don't love learning from me, that's totally fine. Go look up videos on Oh My Oils, which is Monique McLean's website. I'll post the link for you if you didn't see it the other day. She does a breakdown video of each rank and does a fantastic job of explaining it, and the nomenclature and all of that fun stuff. 12 Days of Diamonds, if you're not in that Facebook group, it happens every year around Christmas. Diamonds.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's 12 days of tons of diamonds sharing their tips and tricks on how to grow their business and about the compensation plan. I highly, highly recommend it. I just rewatched one today from 2 years ago that I just absolutely love. So anyway, so let's talk just a little bit about getting started. So, we want to share with these people. We want to find these leaders that are going to want to go silver. How do we do that? What does that look like? And I was watching a video for those who are in the Momentum Maker group today. I watched that video. I think it was from the day yesterday or the day before. But one of the diamonds was sharing about prospecting and what that actually means. And if you look up the definition of prospecting, it actually means to dig for gold. And that's essentially what you're doing when you're making silvers and golds below you. And consider that a Royal Crown Diamond is you finding 6 golds. That is the OGV and the requirements that you need to go Royal Crown Diamond. So you are a true prospector of people in this process. So try not to sound salesy, which none of you really have a problem with, but just to emphasize that as you bring new people on, especially if they've been involved in other network marketing opportunities, it's, there's a lot of them out there and they have a really bad reputation to say, oh, I just need $300 more to make my sales goal for the month and stuff. We don't want to be like those people. We want to rise above that and share our lifestyle. So that's essentially what you're helping people do, is live a lifestyle and teach other people how to live the lifestyle. So in this diamond that was teaching this, subject of prospecting, he made a really good point that just really stuck out to me, and that was, if you knew in your backyard that you had 3 gold bricks buried there, like you knew for sure, would you quit digging until you found them? And for me, no, I would keep digging until I found those 3 gold bricks, because that's like a bunch of money. And if I knew that they were there, I would keep digging. Marcella Von Harding, she's like the very top of our tree. She's personally sponsored by Mary Young, fantastic woman who does awesome teaching on mindset and conscious language. I highly recommend that you buy all of her books and listen to anything she has online, because it's amazing. She says that it takes the average person, and let's just consider ourselves in the average category, right? Some of us might be faster, some of us might be slower, but on average, it takes a person 250 meetings, classes, or one-on-ones before they find their 6 people, those 6 people to go roll Crown Diamond with them. So you might be that person that finds in the first 10 meetings, and you are like super lucky. You just attracted those people super fast. You have a group of friends that's really, really looking and just needs an opportunity. You might be me, where it might take you to meeting 249 before you find your 5. Don't give up digging for those bricks of gold that are there. So when I first started, because I'm very driven by results, my personality style is I literally put up like a chart that said 250 to like 1. And every time I would have a class or a meeting or anything, I would count up how many people were there that weren't already oiling. And I would check off the people so that I could visually see the impact of what I was doing. Because in the beginning, my husband he's always been super supportive, where it's always been awesome, but he's very much a results person too, and by the numbers, and he wanted to see, like, if you're doing 3 classes this month, you should have gotten X amount of signups. Sometimes that doesn't always work that way, but I could show him, look, I've impacted this many lives this month, and they might not say yes today, but they might say yes tomorrow or next month, and I have to trust the process and trust. It's like knitting a pattern. I don't know if any of you knit or crochet, but like in the beginning of certain knitting projects, I go, what the heck am I making? You have the saying that I was always told by the person who taught me how to knit is you have to trust the pattern. You're gonna just follow the day-to-day IPAs and knit those stitches until you finally see the big picture and what it's supposed to look like. So just wanna encourage you with that. And then I wanna go over real quick, because I know your time is very precious, and you guys have been listening to me for a long time, yak. I wanna talk about some of the rank up truths and myths, especially after convention. For those of you who went, it's really easy to like sit back and kind of idolize people who have made it to the rank you want to be. Sorry, I'm just now seeing this chat. Oh, there's lots of fun goodies here. So anyway, okay, cool. So it's really easy to like idolize certain people, their personality. You wish you could teach like them.
We do it too.
We do it too. I'm not as much of a fangirl as I used to be. My very first year at convention, I was like fangirl crazy. I went and had like every picture of every person I could possibly be with, thinking that if I rubbed their shoulder that maybe some of their juju would rub off on me and I would rank up faster. Some yes, some no. People are just people, and you know, they got to their 250 before I did, no big deal. They put their pants on one leg at a time and poop just like the rest of us. So they're fantastic though to look at, to see what they did and what they could have done better. One of the things I've learned by listening to other diamonds and stuff is all the things that they did wrong. And so I just try not to duplicate those things and just focus on the things that are working. But one thing, a couple rank myths that I wanted to say is slow and steady does not win the race. If you listen to Eric Worre at convention or any of his online talks, which are amazing, he's really great at teaching about network marketing, and his saying is slow and steady does not win the race. This is not a tortoise versus a hare type of a situation. Success loves speed. So the faster you can do this, the better your results will be, I promise. It's better to just hunker down and put in what you can, you know, obviously with life and stuff going on around you, but carve out that time with intention, because you are going to maximize your results. Rather than signing up one person over the next 10 months, why not focus on signing up 10 people in this month? And the energy and excitement that you have revolved around 10 people joining your business is going to propel those people into being motivated to do the same, getting on Essential Rewards, rather than it trickling out for months and months and months. Don't make that mistake. Success loves speed. Passion on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So a lot of people are reserved about sharing because they don't know everything about essential oils. I, after 4 years, don't even know a tenth of it. I mean, I listen to like gals like Lindsay Elmore spout off their stuff, and I go, gosh, if I could just be like her, I'd have like 1 million people in my organization. Truth is it's not true. The people that you see at convention who have 50,000 people in their organization barely know anything about essential oils. There are some leaders, I'm like, how did you do this? They just get to know people and they relate with them, and people join people. They don't join a product, right?
It's network marketing, not essential oil marketing.
Yes. So your passion and your conviction for what you're doing and your why for doing it is going to help you far and above more than all of the facts and figures. It doesn't matter if you know what Copaiba does. The fact that you use it and you love the results, just share about that. Share about what the oils are doing for you in general. You don't have to have tons of knowledge. Go to that Q&A style class where people just show up and ask questions, and you've got your reference books open and you can Google and look up in the book. You don't have to memorize all this stuff. I made that mistake. Don't duplicate my mistake. I did these like fancy slideshow presentations. I memorized all my facts. I had this like full-on experience that you came to, and everyone loved it, but they walked away going, I will never be able to duplicate that. My business did not grow. I felt really good when I went home because I felt like I taught a kick-ass class, but no one else would ever do it. So what good was it? So be simple, be approachable, be relational. Don't memorize all the facts, all right? Leaders are born at events. If you are wanting to find these 6 people to be your Royal Crown Diamond legs, you need to be having events or going to events, encouraging them to event. So going to convention. Convention's a big one. The average person that goes to convention ranks up 2 ranks between 1 year to the next. I would say probably I see at least 1 rank up between. Sometimes not, but sometimes it's just general OGV growth from 1 year to the next. You know, if you're getting way more pay from 1 year to the next, even if you don't rank up, I still consider that a huge success. So if you are not having these events and people can't see you, meet you, come and experience the tribe vibe, then you are going to have a harder time finding these people. I will say that there are some diamonds that have taught everything online, have no in-person things, and they have made a huge organization and tons of money. But that's not the average person. And considering that a lot of those people have built for 10 years prior to actually getting their starter kit, these huge networks of people. So like for example, my friend Jessica Giammaloni, she's a Crown Diamond. She spent 10 years writing an anti-vaccine blog, 10,000 followers for 10 years, and didn't make 1 single dime. She did it because she was passionate about her cause and about the message she was sharing. When she bought her starter kit, she ranked up from starter kit to Crown Diamond.
She didn't even know what she was doing.
She actually signed up. She didn't actually sign up at first. She signed up, her sister signed up, and she just referred people to her sister. She wasn't even a member yet. She signed up like her first 500 people underneath her sister and didn't even have her own business yet. How crazy is that? And then figured out what she was doing and signed up for her own and ranked up within 22 months from starter kit to Crown Diamond after giving away her first 500 people. Imagine that, right? But she spent 10 years building that network. So when you're idolizing some of these people, or you're thinking, gosh, they did it in this and I'm not doing it in that, consider the amount of work that they've put into it, building that network of people before they ever spent the 160. Okay. What other things? I want to encourage you to think way bigger. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that big number we were talking about.
Yeah, that's the reason I showed you that Royal Crown Diamond generational bonus number, that 50 million number, because some people can't even compute that number in their bank account in 1 month. The reason I show you that is I want you to think way bigger than you're currently thinking. Don't think, oh, if I could just make it to senior star, if I could just make it to executive, if I could just make it to silver. Like, why not go all the way? Go all in, think Royal Crown Diamond. The other stuff is just stepping stones along the way. Don't get stuck there. I make more money below me if they rank than I rank. So putting the emphasis on your team. I make only 2.5% on myself on my own order, but I make 3% of an entire team when they go silver. So just be considering that over and above, my generational shares. So be focused on people duplicating silver within your organization. So I think that's it. I think that's all I got right now.
I think it's plenty. I just want, both Hannah and I talk about our team all the time, and we love you guys, and we're incredibly grateful for each and every single one of you. And if I personally haven't had a chance to meet you, I will do that soon. Hannah's probably met most of you, but we are just incredibly grateful for all of you, and we want you to always know that.
It's in our best interest to see you guys making money and getting the fruits of your labor. So it is not about us ranking up. It is about you guys ranking up and seeing that money. I mean, not everyone's in it for the paycheck, but let's be honest. If we could devote 50% of our time to sharing wellness with people and helping them get well and getting compensated for it, rather than working our 9 to 5 where we may not be helping maybe a couple people, how impacting that would be for our communities. So whatever motivates you, if it's the dollars or if it's the community or whatever, or all of the above, we want to help you do that. So reach out to me personally if you have questions about your numbers and you want to have me kind of help you crunch the numbers, or if you have if you have a silver and above between you and me, check with them. This is stuff that they need to be learning too as they rank up, so we can work together as a team. And yeah, I think that's all. Anybody have any questions? It'd totally be off topic too.
Yeah.
I know I gave you tons of stuff to digest, but if you have like a pressing question of something you don't understand or you need clarification on, please speak up and let me know. I'll give it to you with my hand gestures. I'm gonna read through these chat things real quick. Again.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
The beginning of this part, I missed the beginning of this meeting. Will it be available to listen to later?
Yeah, I've recorded everything, so I'm not sure where you popped in, but the beginning was a lot on the differences between traditional marketing or traditional business versus network marketing, and kind of the advantages of having this model versus that model. And we talked about consistency. And then I'm not sure where you hopped in, but yes, it's all recorded for you, so you can go and rewatch the front part.
Thank you.
Yep. Anybody? What's this whole business about? It's boy or girl. Put out all the girl vibes.
Yeah, so the way this works is we have 2 boys who are probably currently tearing down half my home. If we add a 3rd, we will officially have a wolf pack.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure we'll survive that.
I've met moms that have 3 boys and they look like death warmed over. I don't want to look like that. I need a girl. So yes, I would love a little redhead like Carmen. I would be thrilled to have my own redhead.
Alyssa,
yeah.
Can you help us out? We'd like a little redheaded girl.
She's got a couple. Anyway, okay. Well, I love you all. And if you're like me in the late processor, so like sometimes I marinate on stuff and then I'll have a question 5 minutes after this whole thing's over. Please don't hesitate to message me or post the question in the group underneath the meeting post, so I know where to
question.
find it. That would be super helpful.
Yeah.
And who else?
What's the diffuser behind you?
Diffuser.
box.
This is
Oh,
the
this is a-
starter kit.
This is a dewdrop.
No,
Oh,
no,
right here.
in the box. Yeah.
So
Wow.
that one is an Aria that I haven't I want to give to somebody. I just need a
This
good reason. I have an Aria diffuser right there,
This should be
which
good.
is my absolute
Come on.
favorite diffuser.
I'll put you on the spot right now.
I don't know.
Come
I have
on,
to think
come on.
about
No, no, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
it.
Put it out
You
there.
just want
This
to get
this-
rid of things, Hannah. Don't
What?
make it.
Yes, I do. I'm all about it. So
No.
I'm gonna give that to
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Aria's going out to the next silver. I'm saying it right now. The next new silver out of this group gets that Aria.
And then this
Okay.
other one over here is called an Aromascape. It's a spa room diffuser. It's not a Young Living one. But I really like it, so I keep some of those on hand for like diffuser giveaways, you know. And then I've got a couple like mini USB ones.
Oh, yeah, I
So
like
that-
this.
That Zen diffuser looks really familiar. I totally forgot about those.
Yeah, I think you've got like 10 of these, don't you?
I do. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, the Zen diffuser is another one from Spa Room. So a Spa Room, I'm a wholesaler for Spa Rooms. So if you ever need like 6, but you have to buy 6 diffusers at a time. So I usually will use it when I'm doing like a diffuser giveaway for like signing up 3 people or something.
Does everybody know about the frankincense?
I've got the frankincense burner. A little goes a long, long way.
Yeah, that like messes with my sinuses. It's too much.
Too much. Like one little kernel is plenty. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening. Thanks for hanging out with me for an hour and a half. And I hope that I gave you some tidbits to marinate on tonight. And don't hesitate to ask me questions. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Love you all.
Bye.
See you all later. Bye.